things are relaxing enough for me to move. I want to get a little bit closer so we can see some finer details of these cheetah. We can zoom. Things are relaxing enough for me to move. I want to get a little bit closer so we can see some finer details of these cheetah. We can zoom in on some finer details. It does take us a little bit further down the slope, so hopefully we're still going to get some signal there. I don't want to be blocking Hilton's view, so I didn't want to just try and be careful. I don't want to be blocking the view of the impala, of the cheetah's view of impala. I also don't want to be drawing too much attention to the cheetah. You're welcome, Pamela. It's Pamela asking us about cheetah this morning, and it's not very often that we're lucky enough to have somebody asking about cheetah and why we don't see them very often, only to then have this wonderful opportunity to be able to sit with them. And I'm just trying to move into a position where the impala are directly behind the cheetah, and at the moment the cheetah are just hidden from view. So the impala, if the impala, oh, got color bars. That must be signal. Huh?
Is it back? I don't know.
Is it back now or not?
I still don't understand. Is it back or not?
Confirm we have picture. Thanks, Sapira. Sorry, lost picture there briefly. I don't know if you can see, Herman, from your angle, whether you can see any of the impala in the distance. But I've tried to position us in a way that the impala, this is all straight line from us to, look at this little one. It's getting a little bit restless, wants to play. A good chance it had some siblings once upon a time. I'm really sad that we don't see them that often, because it's really wonderful keeping track of cheetah the way we do lion and leopard. And I have done in the past. My younger days, there were times when I was very lucky to be able to follow cheetah and their cubs right throughout the lives of the cubs. We are not in a great position to see them and some of the features I wanted to talk about, mostly because they got their back to us now. But method my madness for the time being. We do have some time here. We might have to do an official close down at 9:30, but I think under the circumstances I'm quite happy to sit here for a little bit longer if the batteries are not going to be beeping on us. Hello, gorgeous child. It's like a young female. Very striking feature of a cheetah that is very different to that of a leopard's features, of that distinctive black tear mark running from the eye down to the corner of the mouth, that we call the tear mark, or the tear line. And supposedly a black line that helps absorb light and glare for a diurnal hunter. We know that a lot of the diurnal aerial hunting birds, like bee-eaters and rollers and things, have all got, and shrikes for that matter, have these black masks. Difference in the tail of the leopard and the cheetah? Well, the similarity is the white tip to the tail. That's got a lot to do with body language. But the one major difference is a leopard's tail, very, very rounded, very, very thick, very muscular, to help with balance in a tree during climbing, as opposed to, if we can make it out, the tail of the cheetah, which is flattened, what we would call dorsoventrally, vertically flattened, and it actually does act as a rudder during high-speed chases. I think she's just seen some movement now for the first time, maybe not the first time, I think she's... maybe not. There's a very thick bush that just hides her from the impala and hides the impala from her view. I think if she saw them, she would skirt the edges of the open area and chase them onto the open area. There's a very good chance that can happen too. Gloria. 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 How do cheetah hunt? Socially, in groups, or rather collectively, like lion? Or do they hunt solitary? Kind of a little bit of both, Gloria. But generally, they're solitary hunters, and generally, oh, she bowled her daughter over. Very much more cat-like in their movements and their rubbing and there's just so much. Although actually they, in a genus, are all on their own, Acinonyx. Also, the only big cat that purrs. But Gloria, cheetah generally hunt on their own. I mean, under the circumstances, if she was to go hunting, this youngster wouldn't play any role in the hunt whatsoever. She would demand that it stays behind and gets out of the way. Very important in cheetah that the youngsters view the hunt, that they watch what's happening, and that is possible only because they hunt in open areas. And one of the reasons why cheetah hunt, or a cheetah's hunting ability, is something that is more learned than instinctive as it is with leopard, because leopard, being a predator that lives in relatively thick bush and being a solitary animal, there isn't really an opportunity for all young leopards to actually watch their mother hunt under most circumstances. And so for this particular cheetah, she will hunt alone, but then different circumstances require different things. So if you have a situation where you have, say, 3 sub-adults, or even go back beyond the 3, before they become 3 sub-adults, 3 siblings growing up with their mother, it's not that they hunt collectively or cooperatively. It's more that they try and hunt the same animal, and each one is trying to bring it down on their own. I have seen 2 male cheetah that I watched for many hunts, where one would chase the animal into the other one. Look at this playing. She wants to concentrate on things, and little one just wants a game. I could see that coming actually earlier, when little one was rolling and rubbing on the ground. Look at that incredible emotional sort of moment there between the two, and then she kicks her off. Leave me alone, child. I'm looking for lunch, breakfast, dinner, all 3 of the above, since we haven't eaten for a day or 2. Looking at that hollow in their tummy. But also that kind of behavior of the youngsters is likely to spur the mom on to go off and find something. I seriously don't think she knows that those impala are there. Brian asking any guesses on the age of the cub. I didn't even think of that when I was looking at it. I've got to think back to my days of watching cheetah. I would say probably about 9 months old, maybe.
Races, I'm leaving mark on lots of these fish on kind of still swallow ponds on Mara open area. Station 2.
Thanks, Hilton. I don't even think she's seen those marla. I don't think he's got his radio on. Anyways, all ours. Lodges are gone back